Stranger Things times, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? Benji and Anthony here.
Team Dustin.
And welcome to TheB.A.R, to our first ever show review that we're doing. So hopefully you guys like it. Today we're going to be doing
Stranger Things, Netflix 2016. This is a breakout show for me.
yeah, so let's talk about it a little bit. There will be semi spoilers, but we're gonna try to keep it as clean as possible for you guys. Like that, you guys can go watch it because it is a big hit. Even though our views are a little mixed on this one, it's still gonna be a pretty good one. So you know what? Let's get into it.
So, Stranger Things, I feel that this show is a love letter to 80s horror. It's more like a Stephen King, E.T., Goonies kind of mix-up. We go into this world where it's a group of friends, Dustin, Lucas, Mike, and Will. Will ends up being missing after one night of a long shift of playing Dungeons and Dragons, and we kind of just start rolling. It rolls downhill. It goes into like this deep, dark era of
where strange things are happening in this small town.
Hence, strange things.
Think of a movie. Think of a show just like Smallville, kind of like where a lot of.
For me, it's like Twin Peaks back in the 90s.
Yeah, Twilight, stuff like that. Things are happening in this town that we want to know what's going on, and you start meeting people, and so yeah, that's a little bit about what this show is about. So this show, I have really mixed feelings about it. A lot of people are loving it right now, but overall, I'm just not liking it. I feel like it's very slow for me. It's very other movie-esque to me. Well, it's not even a movie. That's the thing. It's a show, and I think it's just getting too long to take to the plot. I feel like if this was made into a film, it would be better, in my opinion.
Okay.
You know, the kids are great. I think that's the best part of the actual show. I keep calling it a movie, because I feel like it's a movie, man. Like this thing.
There's too many references for you.
Yeah, it's too much backstory that I just don't need. The kid parts are great. I love the movie Super 8. This movie reminds me a lot about Super 8. You know,
right? We did talk about that.
Yeah, and it was something where the kids are great. I feel like I really feel their passion. You know, and it's something I could relate to as a child. You know, having best friends, having kids at school. You know, I might have not had that click like they had where they had a bunch of friends together, but it was something I could see relating to. I feel the passion in those children. But then when I look at Winona Ryder playing Will's mom, I look at the sheriff played by David Harbour. The sheriff is great. The mom's overreacting, but I get why she's in it. One of the kids is missing. You need to get that experience. But then the teens, why? I don't understand why this teen stuff is here. I'm tired of these teen movies of, oh, I'm a rebel becoming a rebel. Like we all went through that phase. I get it. We've all been through it. But it's so overplayed, and that's what's really dragging me to watch this show. I haven't even finished it, and we've only watched the first four. We're only talking about the first 4 episodes, and I haven't even finished it. And that's the problem. That in those first 4, I felt like they put too much when they were at the pool scene. Barbara.
I love Barbara.
Barbara was annoying. Like, I don't understand why she's in this. I don't get why she's in it. And I know people are going to hate that I say this, but it's something where those kids weren't needed. And the only ones that are needed are 11, Dustin, Lucas, and Mike. Those are the only ones that you needed. And Will's not even in the show, and I think he's an amazing character. And I don't know, but yeah,
I'm just letting you talk because I have nothing but great things to say about this show. This show takes me back to my youth, and I think that's what is one of the biggest pluses about this show. Like, when was the last time your show took you to your youth?
Breaking Bad.
Really? You made math or something? Hopefully not. I remember getting all the kids in my block and getting our bikes and going to Downey and going into Treasure Island Park, and I remember doing all these things. I remember saying that you're my best friend. No, he's my best friend. Oh, she's my best friend. Like, we were always fighting and say who was the better friend. Like, I really, really love the collaboration interactions of Dustin, Lucas, and Mike.
Those are great.
Will was cool. Yeah, we need someone to be looking for him. Will's missing, but I do agree with you with Winona Ryder. I don't understand why she was cast. I feel that she's overacting. I know she's supposed to be overacting because her kid's missing, but I don't know. I don't like her acting abilities in this show right now.
Yeah, like I don't know. I've seen 80s films, and there's a couple movies that I love that have that teen. Some kind of wonderful was it some kind? Yeah, I think that was the movie. Um, was a great teen movie. I loved it. It's an 80s movie, very cheesy,
Hmm.
very lovey dovey. Guy.
But what about the Goonies? Doesn't it give you like a
It
Goonies
does give me a
feel?
Goonies, and I love the Goonies. The Goonies was
Yeah,
a great feel. It gives me a lot of other films, but I'm sorry for this, and I'm sorry to you, and I'm sorry to every fan
I
out
know what you're
there.
gonna say.
It reminds me of ET, and I despised ET. ET was
How do
something.
you hate something that
It
is so
was
loved by
it
American
was so
audiences?
bad to me. Like it was. What's the point? And it reminds me too much of this. And the only reason it doesn't like completely do it is because 11 is a badass.
Yeah.
Sorry for the language, but she's a badass, and that's what makes the movie for
She's
me.
amazing. She's awesome. Not only is she an amazing actress, but her character is amazing.
Yeah, like okay. One of the scenes that happens in this series is he finds the body at the morgue, right?
Hmm.
What imagine if the kids found that? What if the kids would find the laboratory? What if the kids found the body? To me that would have been better instead of having some adult do it that honestly no one really cares about. Like you're supposed to care, bringing in the dad, doing all of this.
But
It's
you have to balance it out. You can't, or else this would be a 2 episode, 3 episode show, and you
Which
can't
that's
have
why I
that.
recommend this should have been a movie. I feel like this would have been such a bigger hit if this was a movie. And you can make Stranger Things 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. Because I don't know where this is leading. I haven't finished the show, so maybe at the end
So
I
is it
could change my
frustrating
mind.
you?
It's frustrating me because apparently season 2 has already been is in pre-making.
Greenlit.
Where is it gonna go from this? You know what I mean?
Well, you haven't seen the ending.
Exactly.
I
So
have,
that's
but
the
you
thing.
haven't seen where
So
it's
I need to
yeah.
see the ending to where it goes, but is it going to be the same thing as, let's say, The Walking Dead, where it's kind of the same concept throughout every season?
Season, yeah.
You know,
And that
and
it's
and that's the
repetitive and
sad part
boring.
about it. Like I really want to love this show. I really want to like. I'm really trying. But one of the things that I know from shows, movies, or anything, if I touch my phone more than 3 or 4 times a scene, I don't like the thing. I'm not
Well, maybe you
interested.
should turn off your phone, turn off the lights, give it some time. This
And
is
I've
a
watched it at night. I
this
watch
is
it at nighttime, so cause to give you that suspense. Which don't get me wrong, I've gotten scared a couple times when some certain things happen.
mm-hmm.
Like when they pull the deer in episode 4, I believe that they pulled the deer from that one. That one was scary. I really like the romance between 11 and was it no, not Dustin. I was Mike.
Lucas.
Was it Lucas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, little white boy with like the
The
full hair.
yeah.
Yeah, the love story between them is a better love story than this stupid teen thing over here going on. Like he likes her. He knows he likes her. He's liking her because guess what? She likes him, and he's never experienced that in that nerdy way. And I love that about that. But this teen one where it's like, oh my god, let's guess, the guy that sits in a corner in his basement is gonna come up, and then she's gonna realize that that's been her knight in shining armor this whole time. And I just feel like because of this knight in shining armor, it keeps going into this scene that it's like, okay, are you showing me a teen movie or are you showing me this monster killing thing in the corner?
I think I think you're paying too much attention because you don't like it. I think you're paying too much
Maybe.
attention to the teenagers. Because I feel such a connection with the whole, gang of friends going on an adventure, coming home in time for dinner and doing it all over again the next day. That's what I'm focusing on. So like we talked about earlier, how you said that you're just looking forward to the scenes that have the little boys as a team and, the interactions of them, that that's your favorite thing. But you should also look at the other things. Look what a bad mom Winona Ryder is.
True.
She doesn't even know if
she only
Will
started
came
caring.
home.
She only started caring after Will disappeared. I agree
Right,
with that. Yeah.
right.
And it was something okay, but also Mike's parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're a lot of they're shown in scenes, and it's like they're trying to show this family problem between this, like the daughter said, what was that one saying that she said? She was like this Adam's family kind of family, like
Okay.
that they weren't normal, but yet like I don't care. Like it's so bland of the way they bring that up that it's so horrible to me. And
Mm-hmm.
this movie, sorry, this show has a lot of aspects of creatures that I like.
Yeah.
Silent Hill, Resident Evil. These creatures remind me of the dimensional situations that we're going through.
Right.
That to me is very, very awesome. That's something very cool that always happens like in shows. No one's really experienced with that besides like maybe like Marvel and stuff like that.
Twilight Zone back
Yeah,
back in the day.
exactly. And like nowadays, you told me you feel like this is made for 80s fan genres, but I feel like it's more for this modern age. I feel like they're trying to bring in these new kids into what real horror was about, which was not in the sense of jump scares. It was more of suspense, thriller, that feeling of like what's gonna happen.
I will agree with you in the fact that like when we see 11 and we're seeing all the interactions that are happening inside with the experimentations, it's kind of very MK Ultra kind of thing.
Yeah.
That brings me to like a modern feel. That feels like it could be right now. But when we go back into the woods or back into, you know, the whole Dungeons and Dragons, that was like the way the first episode starts off where they're playing. I personally never played that game, but I know that a lot of my friends did, and how immersive it could be. And we just played 10 hours and the mom's like, you paid for 10 hours? There's a lot of
and it's like a video game. Like it's something where I also, that's the reason I kind of, you know, like 11 is because it reminds me of a game called Fear. That the game's a little darker, it's a little more evil, but it reminds me of how they experimented on children because they had these powers and all in the situation. So it's something where, you know, these four episodes, to me, they're just bland. And like I said, it's only 8 episodes long. So I recommend going to watch it because it's something new, it's something different, especially if you're not into this, you know, alien sci-fi kind of thing. It's really cool. But overall, like, to me, it's a gazer. It's like, here, watch 1, 2 episodes. So far, like I said, I need to wait for that ending because maybe at the ending it will bring me in.
Yeah.
I could say one of my favorite shows of all time was Breaking Bad, and it took me a while, but I from beginning to end, I struck through. Yeah. This is something where I'm kind of just, I need to know what it is. I need to know what 11 is. I need to know what the creature is. I need to know why it's there, who she is. I need to know. And that's not really me excited to know. That's just me like, I didn't just put all this time to not find out who she is.
Right, and I agree. And that I hate when shows or movies do that where they build all this up for an hour and a half and then you get no payment at the end, and I hate that. So let's get to the scores.
Yeah.
I give this 9.5 out of 10.
Whoa.
I really, really, really enjoy this. I am not a TV person. I'm very big into reading and movies for setting mood and taking me into an adventure or taking me to somewhere dangerous, and I want to get out of there. This movie, see what you're doing to me? This show is very immersive for me. I really enjoy it. Acting by the kids is amazing. The adults are a little bit forgettable. Teenagers, so. Team Barb. But yeah, 9.5.
I have to disagree, man.
Waiting for this. Let's see.
I am giving a 6 out of 10. It's something where I like the kids, but I'm just bored, man. I'm bored, and it's trying to pull me in, and it's really engaging me because I haven't given up on it. Okay. I've given up on a lot of other shows that are very big, like Game of Thrones, and it's something where it's engaging me, it's getting me in, and it's because it is giving me nostalgia of, you know, how geeky I am, you know, the geekiness of the kids. It's really bringing me back, you know, the bullying, the events that I went through and the events that these kids are going through are real life events, stuff that happens in real life, and it's really awesome. Of course, 11's not a real thing, but she
or maybe not. There was
exactly.
MK Ultra in the 70s.
Sure. So you never know.
80s.
But it's something where I don't know. I don't know if it's just because of those subplots, it's taking my mind away from the main plot.
Right.
That's really giving me that bad sense.
Distraction.
But it's something where I'll be watching the show, and within 10 minutes into the show, I'm on my phone doing something else. Because
I think maybe I need to come over and help you watch the last 4.
Maybe. Well, I think I need 2 more. I need 2 more. So we're only doing 4, but I'm gonna need 2 more episodes. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll change my mind and I'll give everybody else the credit that this was a good show. But overall, yeah, I feel like this is, personally, it's lackluster, it's ET-esque, and I hate that about this show. But, you know, hopefully the ending will catch me. Hopefully it'll get me off guard and be like, oh, wow, you know what? That was worth the wait.
You talk too much, dude. Can I say something?
Thank you again, guys, for joining us at the bar for the Stranger Things review, our first show that we ever did.
Join us next week when we're going to be doing A Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, all that is coming. October is here. We're so looking forward to the scary movies. Yeah. So in the comments down below, let us know some of your favorite horror movies. Let us know what you guys thought about Stranger Things. Maybe you guys liked it. Maybe you guys didn't. Also, let us know something to watch on our Whack Wednesdays, which is more of the
horror bad
Cheesy.
film, you know, let us know some of those, you know. I'm thinking Sharknado, I don't know, but that's the
Scary
horror
Clowns from Outer Space, or what was that?
There you go. I don't know, but hopefully we could do that. So remember, let us know in the comments down below.
Let us know what scares you.
Exactly. Let us know some of your fears. That'd be pretty cool. Some of your things that made you scared when you were a kid when you watched those movies. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Thank you for joining us at the bar again, and have a good one.